Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Rinku Handcrafts. Today we are going to see how to do straight edges for single crochet stitch in rows. In last video of beginner series we saw some basic crochet stitches along with slip stitch and chain, and now in today's video we are going to see how to work single crochet stitches in rows. Now for that, here I have made one slip stitch to my hook and then I have made 11 chains here, you can see. And then for single crochet stitch, now I'm going to start my first row. So here I'm going to skip this first chain from the hook, this chain, this V loop, you can see this I'm going to skip, and in this next chain I'm going to make my first single crochet stitch. So for single crochet, insert your hook in this stitch or in this V loop, then pull the yarn, and then you have 2 loops on the hook, then pull the yarn through 2 loops at once. So this is our first single crochet stitch. Now I'll make my next single crochet stitch in this next V loop here or this chain here. So insert your hook, pull the yarn, you have 2 loops on the hook, pull the yarn through 2 loops at once. And now in the next one again I'll make 1 single crochet stitch. Like this I'll complete my row, and then I'll meet you at the end, and then I'll show you how to start next row and how to do it with the straight edge. And now I'm left with 2 chains here, so I'll make my last 2 single crochet stitches here. This is 9th one and this is the last one, 10th. And here you can see this stitch. So this is the slip stitch we made at the start to the hook, so we are not going to do any stitches in that one. And now here if you can see, our first row of single crochet is done, and if you want to count the stitches, then you can do it from here, from this side, or you can do it from top. So I'll just show you how to do that. So if you are new and you don't know how to count your stitches, then you can use this method. So from top it's easy to count your stitches. You just need to count these V loops or these chains at the top here. So leave this chain which is joined to the hook, so leave this, and then from here you will start your counting. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So initially we did 11 chains, we then skipped 1 chain at the start, so we should have total 10 stitches here, single crochet stitches, and now we have our 10 stitches here for first row. Then for the next row, to start the next row we'll make chain 1 like this. To have a straight edge we'll make chain 1 and then we'll turn our work. And now in the next row we are going to work from the back side here. Now to get your straight edge, in traditional ways, usually when you do crochet classes or something, then they will tell you to do your first single crochet stitch of second row in this second V chain here, this chain here, but it will leave some gap at the start, so I don't do that. I usually work my first stitch in this first chain itself. So once you do here, you can see here you did your chain, then you will turn your work, and then here you can see this is your first V loop here or the top of the first stitch here. So in that stitch you are going to do your first single crochet stitch of second row. So for that, insert your hook below that V loop. So you should take both the strings, the whole chain at the top of your hook like this, and then pull the yarn. Now you have 2 loops on the hook, then pull the yarn through 2 loops. So this is your first single crochet stitch of second row. Now again you will follow the same sequence for this whole row. So insert your hook below this V loop like this, then pull the yarn. You have 2 loops on the hook, then pull the yarn through 2 loops. Now like this you can complete your second row, and then I'll show you how you can start your next row with straight edge again. Now here I am at my last 2 stitches here. So here I'm going to do my 9th single crochet stitch, and then in this last one here, this one is a bit tricky. So here we are going to do our last 10th single crochet stitch. Usually people tend to forget to make a stitch in this last one, but for that, to avoid that, you can do one thing. You can just keep the count of your single crochet stitch, and once you know, okay, so you haven't done your whole count yet, then you can use that last stitch here. So that will give you the straight edge here at the end. If you leave that, then it will show a hanging end here. Now again, to start new row, we'll chain 1 like we did before, and then we'll turn our work like this. And now here you can see this is the straight edge I was talking about. And again I'll show you my next row, and then you will get some idea what I'm talking about. So for next row, again I'm going to work in this first V loop which you see here. In this first one I'm going to make my first single crochet stitch of 3rd row, then next, and like this I'll follow the sequence and I'll complete my 3rd row, and then I'll show you how the straight edge looks. And now here I am at my last stitch. So this is the last chain. Here you can see. Now here I'll make my 10th single crochet stitch. So make sure you are counting your stitches to avoid any mistake or to miss any stitch here. Now I'll just remove my hook, and then I'll show you how the edges look. Now here if you see, this is the straight one from this side, and here you can see this is also straight one from this side. Once I complete some of my rows further, then you will get a clear idea about it. So like this I'm going to follow the same sequence, and I'll complete total 10 rows total from the start, and then I'll meet you at the end, and then I'll show you how the pattern looks. And now here I have finished my 10 rows, and now I'll just chain 1 at the end to secure my work, and I'll just pull my yarn and show you how the edges look now. So now here you can see how straight these edges are, and there is no gap in between these initial or end stitches. Here you can see. Now this is the back side of the work that we started, and this is the front side, because we completed our last 10th row in the back side, and this is the front side. And if you see, for each row we were turning our work, so each side, this front and back, consists of front side stitches and some back side stitches. So here you can see, here we finished our 10th row here, and this is how this stitch looks from the front side. And if you see below that, this is how the stitch looks from the back side. So this is the back of 9th row on which we did our last 10th row here, and this back and front of each rows gives us the beautiful texture. Here you can see. And now this is how you can get your straight edges for any of your crochet project if you want. And like I always tell, for single crochet stitch, if you are doing a single crochet stitch in any project, and if you have some other type of stitch previously and on that you are doing single crochet stitch, then this single crochet stitch has tendency to tighten up the work. So just make sure that you are keeping your tension loose, this yarn a little bit loose while doing single crochet round or single crochet row, so that your project won't lose its shape. So that's the tip I want to share. I hope you like my video. If you like it, then please give big thumbs up. Please share my channel with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe it. Also write down your feedback, any suggestion, any questions in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching the video. See you soon in the next one. Bye.